Once you finish eating, you can quietly come down here. If you need to quietly get a drink, you may do that, but do not get up and throw away your wrappers. Save that for after, when we go to lunch. So, just like I told you earlier, we are going to be learning about measurement and capacity. And we had liters on our math for today this morning, remember? So, what a liter is as big as this bottle of water. This is a bigger bottle of water than a regular one. Here's a regular Aquafina bottle. This one fits a liter. This one's a little smaller than one, so this is the size of a liter. Elijah?
Does a liter go like by measurement?
Yeah, a liter is how we measure capacity, it's called. And what capacity is used to measure is mostly liquids. You can probably measure sand or things that flow with it. But we use it, it measures how big and wide and full something is. Lauren?
Water speaking.
Can this also be like for science?
It is used in science also, yes. You definitely can use it in science. It's a way to measure though. Just like grams or kilograms measures weight, capacity measures how much it is filled, so volume. Landon?
Is it kind of like, well,
I have that at home. Yeah.
weighing like there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter?
Yeah, it is just like that.
1,000 grams in 1 kilogram?
It is just like that. There's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. Maddie?
Why is the L capitalized?
That's a really good question. It's one of the only units of measure that they capitalize the L when we abbreviate it. Remember for kilograms, it's just kg. You don't have to capitalize the K when you capitalize kilograms. But for liters, it's just one capital L. Brett?
So is liter bigger than milliliters?
Milliliters?
Yeah, milliliters.
Yep, it is 1,000 times bigger.
And also, in that bottle, is that water in there?
It's water with some food coloring in it, so you can see it, see that it's full.
Blue.
It is blue. It's got some blue food coloring in it. This right here, if I fill this all the way up to this line, it would be 1 liter. So it's bigger than a regular measuring cup. It's about 4 times the size of a regular measuring cup. So if you fill it up to here, it's 1 liter. About 1 milliliter is really, really teeny. Did you ever have one of these medicine droppers? Yeah, maybe you've had to take one of those. They just drop out little teeny drops of water. So it would take 1 liter, that's how much it is, about this high in the little eyedropper. Can you all see that from the board? Well, when you come up, you can look at it. And this is a larger than our regular water bottle. It's about big like in this water bottle. So 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. Allie?
Are you going to drink that?
I am definitely not going to drink it. This is old water that has food coloring in it.
So you can't
I drink the fresh water.
Oh, so you can't drink food color water?
Not this one.
No, you can drink food colored water, but fresh. That is probably 3 years old and it actually smells if you open it.
Yeah, I'm not going to open it. Landis?
Are you going to dump the old blue coloring water into the measuring cup?
I could do that, but Mrs. Krasinski just said it doesn't smell so good, so I'm probably not going to today.
Landon, no, we're not going to open it.
Yes, not today. Not today. Maybe we'll get new food coloring water to do it then. Okay, so it says a milliliter is about 20 drops in my eyedropper. If you look at this, you can't really see it, but it is about a 20 right there on our eyedropper. Okay. And just like Lyndon, you asked earlier, if milliliters are kind of like for how we relate grams and kilograms, they're related the same way. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. this problem. If I have 2,000 milliliters, how many liters would I have? How many liters would you have? Jose, what do you think? Two, yeah. 2 milliliters. 2 liters would equal 2,000 milliliters. And look at how they're multiplied. 2 times 1 equals 2,000. Do y'all see that? How about this one? 3 liters equals how many milliliters? Notice that the L is also capital when we're abbreviating it. Lauren, what do you think?
3,000 milliliters.
3,000 milliliters. Right below it. So we need to remember 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, or 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter. Alex?
You know how liters are like kilograms?
They are related. They both are units of measurement, but which one measures weight? Which one measures weight? Allie? Or mass, I'm sorry.
Grams and kilograms.
Yeah, they measure mass.
And liters and milliliters, they measure like water.
Like water. It's called capacity, or how much something's full, the volume. Landon, can you please turn around and face forward? Thanks. Mike?
I said capital L.
Because that's how they abbreviate it. For liters, it's going to be a capital L, and for milliliters, it's also going to be a capital L. I think because sometimes it will look like a 1 if you write a lowercase l, so that's why they try to use a capital L. And you need to make sure you do a capital L when you're abbreviating it on your tests and papers also.
You could use lots of stuff. You could use your arm without putting all your body weight on it.
Kilograms, we said, is kind of like the weight of a book. Actually, this is the weight of 1 kilogram also, but mostly just Alex?
Well, like, could you use milliliters and liters to weigh the water, like how much water is in your body?
Yes, but it's mass is how much something weighs. You don't use liters to figure out how much something weighs. You use liters to figure out how much liquid is in something.
So we could use like the liters and milliliters to find out how much liquid is in us?
Yes. They squeezed out all the liquid in here. Then you could figure it out. But we wouldn't do that. You might measure glue, say, because glue, you can measure that in milliliters or liters. You would measure water in it. Pop. Have you ever had a 2-liter of pop? Yeah. So think about a 2-liter pop. That would be 2 of these. 2 liters in 1 2-liter of pop. That's why they call it that. Austin? Amanda. You should be paying attention to the front, please. Okay? If you need to, you can move forward if you can't focus from back there. Elijah? No, not appropriate. No, not appropriate. You can go back to your desk if you're not going to pay attention and follow directions like everyone else. So let's think about this. Read this problem to yourself. Read it quietly in your head. And tell me what the answer is once you read it quietly in your head. Rafa, what do you think? 2,000 milliliters. That's correct. And make sure you're writing a lowercase m and a capital L. Unless you're going to write it out fully. If you're going to use the abbreviation, you need to do it with a lowercase m and a capital L. Now let's check some of these problems. Let's take an estimate. One of these problems was like the one on your pre-test. It asked how much would you use liters or milliliters to measure a glass of milk. A glass of milk is probably smaller than this water bottle. Yep. So would I use a liter to measure my
No.
No, I would use milliliters because I can't even fit one of these in here. for this problem? This is a small orange juice. Let's say it's about the size of this water bottle. Would you use 1 milliliter or 1 liter? Actually, it's probably about this. It's a big orange juice. Brett, what do you think? It's like a big orange juice, like this size.
1 liter.
1 liter, probably. How about for this bucket? It's like a bucket your parents might used to wash the floor in your house. Was it 10 milliliters or 10 liters? What do you think, Brennan? 10 milliliters. Let's think. 10 milliliters would be only about maybe my bottom little half of the water bottle. I only have that much water in it. So would this big bucket be 10 milliliters or 10 liters?
10 liters.
Yeah, so probably 10 of these would be my bucket. Because it's a bucket that you use to wash floors. It's definitely bigger than my measuring cup. Let me get the marker. 10 liters. How about this? This is a big, giant laundry detergent. The big one. Elijah, what do you think?
It's 5 liters.
5 liters, probably. And how about this ladle that you use for probably some soup or any kind of liquid? Avery? 90 milliliters or 90 liters? This is 1 liter. 90 milliliters. Makes way more sense. 1 milliliter is really teeny tiny. It's like a one little dropper. Not very much at all. Less than a spoonful of medicine that you would take. Less than that. Kim? Has milliliters on it? How much is your milk? How many milliliters does it say?
It goes up to 400 milliliters.
400 milliliters. So is 400 milliliters a whole liter like this?
No.
No, it's less than that. Notice, look on your water bottles, and when you go back to your desk, you'll see a lot of them will have liters and milliliters wrote on them. Alec?
There's actually 3 kinds of milliliters, liters, and gallons.
Yeah, but gallons is a different system, though. Liters and milliliters are in the metric system, just like grams and kilograms are. But cups and gallons and
Grams.
pints and quarts, those are all in the system the United States uses. Nowhere else uses those. Everywhere else uses liters and milliliters to measure capacity or liquids. Okay, let's see. How many liters is 9,000 milliliters? 9,000, not a big deal. Face forward, please. Nothing was spilled. Lauren, what do you think? 9. Joey, you need to face forward, okay? See, 9,000 milliliters is 9 liters. Now we're going to estimate, just like we did on the past page. If you think it's milliliters, thumbs up to measure the sink, and thumbs down if you think it is liters to measure the sink. Thumbs down for 25 liters, thumbs up for 25 milliliters. Milliliters, thumbs up, thumbs down for 25 liters. Joey, what do you think it is? This or this? You need to show with your thumb. Thumbs up for milliliters, thumbs down for liters. Thumbs down. So 25 liters to measure the sink. How about for this teacup? Do we think it's 3 milliliters? Yeah, teapot. Sorry, not a teacup. A teapot. We have about 3 liters or 3 milliliters. Remember how big a milliliter is. Thumbs up for milliliters. Thumbs down for liters. It is liters. 3 liters. Yes. That looks like everyone's doing a great job. Alright, how about this glass of water? This glass of water is only 1 glass. 1 glass of water. Yeah. And for the last one, the baby bottle. Allie, what's that one?
It's milliliters. Because if it was liters, it would be too heavy for a baby.
Exactly. It'd be way, way too heavy for a baby. That is for sure. Okay. Let's do these 2 problem-solving ones. Let's get forward to these 2 problem-solving ones. Who would like to read this one for me aloud? Maddie?
Dick had a liter bottle of water. Drink 650 milliliters of the water. How much water was left?
How much water was left? Did everyone hear the question?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about what's the answer. Work it out. He drank 650 milliliters of the water. How much water was left out of 1 liter? He started with 1 liter. The first thing you need to do for this problem is change the liter to milliliters. How many milliliters did he start with? How many milliliters did he start with? Alec? 1,000 he started with, so let me show this up. Let me move it to the top so you can see. So we started with 1,000 milliliters. Then he drank 650. So what do you think the next thing I would do to solve that would be? Okay, what do you think? Subtract. I'm going to subtract. Since he drank, those are gone. So I'm going to subtract them. And now all I have to do is subtract it. And Nick, what is the answer?
450 milliliters?
450 milliliters. That is exactly right for his answer. Great. Allie? Yep, Allie is going to read the next one aloud for us.
Beth made a liter of lemonade. How many 200 milliliter glasses can she fill?
Okay. So she made 1 liter. How much did she start with?
1,000 milliliters.
1,000 milliliters. You guys are awesome at this. You are your pros since you know so much about grams and kilograms. That's just born geniuses. Okay, how many 2,000 milliliter glasses can she fill? Now, what do you think you would do?
I think I would count by, by 2s, and then just you count by 2s and use your fingers.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then you could just add zeros.
So no, go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Because that would be about 200. I counted by 200, so I need 200, 400, 600, 800, and then I'm at 1,000. So how many glasses can I fill? How many? You can all answer. 5. 5. Yep, not 500. 5 glasses. You need to stop the chit chat right now, okay? 5 glasses, and you need to do glasses as your label. 5 glasses. You could solve that problem a couple different ways. You could use division. You could use all sorts of different things. Okay. So what I would like, wait, thumbs up. Show me how many minutes you need to complete your adverbs and adjectives that you were working on. It looks like a lot of people already have it turned into the chart, which is very good. Okay. Since a lot of people, yes, we're going to go quietly back to your desk, and I'll pass out your worksheet that goes along with this. We're going to do the practice side together.
Got it.
Okay. Quietly go back